Passed away, we decided to do this.
They organized a clothing drive to help people in need and passed out snacks for those on the street.
I'm glad that they'll have a few extra layers of clothing, and they're gonna have a meal. They're gonna have a meal, a hot dog, a snack, and stuff like that. So it's gonna warm my heart that I'm helping so many today too.
She's moved by seeing the generosity of the community, wanting to help people like her brother Danny.
It's a godsend. There's good people out there.
Elspeth Meisner, Erie News Now.
Really touching to do something so nice out of your own loss. Organizers from Danny's Gift say they plan to host another event in November before the cold weather comes. Well, all right, it was an exciting day for students at the Erie Center for Arts and Technology. 35 young men and women from 2 different programs celebrated graduation day. They include the 4th Clinical Medical Assistant cohort and the 2nd Construction Trades cohort. Thanks to their training at ECAT and the former Wayne School, many of the graduating students will be stepping into brand new job opportunities. They shared what it means to take on these new careers.
Kind of always wanted to be in the health aspect, the health field in any way that I can, whether that's being a doctor or being a medical assistant or a nurse or anything of that, but just being happy, you know, just being happy in what I'm doing.
I got some business things lined up. I want to start a construction little business, but I'm mainly going to be landscaping.
Well, some graduates will continue with on-the-job training to renovate homes owned by the Build CDC on East Avenue. Well, NFL Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff continued his visit back home here in Erie today with a benefit meet and greet and autograph signing. It took place at Andy's Pub and the Bullfrog Bar. Fans young and old got to meet the football superstar from Erie and get his signature. Biletnikoff, who began his football prowess at Erie's Tech Memorial, then Florida State, went on to be a wide receiver for the Oakland Raiders for 14 years. Earlier this week, he was honored with the Thomas B. Hagen Dignitas Award. Freddie B. told us he's having a great week back here and is especially pleased with upgrades to the facilities at Erie High, including the field named for him.
Took us a great number of years, but we finally got it finished, and it's something those kids can be proud of and something that's first class for them. And you know, every coaching staff there, the administration seems to be doing a terrific job inside also. You know, how they improved the entire inside. So that went really well, and it was really impressive. And I'm happy to those kids, the track, everything is just great.
A couple of Raiders fans there. Well, today's event benefits the Boys and Girls Club of Erie and the Biletnikoff Foundation, which helps adolescent girls. Thanks so much to Fred. Well, the Sisters of St. Joseph are celebrating a big milestone this year, 165 years of ministry in the Erie Diocese. They mark the occasion today by remembering the sisters who have gone before them. They gathered for a prayer service, then visited 2 cemeteries, Trinity and Calvary, to lay wreaths and offer prayers in memory of the 511 Sisters of St. Joseph who, after years of service, have gone on to their heavenly rewards.
It would not be a celebration if we didn't remember those who have gone before us. Many, many sisters whose lives have touched thousands of people. So we come here to honor them and to celebrate with them and for them.
And a special exhibit honoring the sisters' history will open at the Hagen History Center coming this fall. Well, it is the end of an era for a business on Girard's historic Main Street. After 75 years, the final haircut was given today at Hal's Barber Shop. A barbershop owner, Mark Fagley, is hanging up the razor and retiring. He has spent nearly 46 years cutting hair, 35 of those right here. The barbershop has been a staple for men's haircuts since 1950, when Mark's father, Clarence Hal Fagley, purchased the barbershop and began cutting hair in town. Alec Durfee, great-grandson of Hal Fagley, received the final haircut at the classic barbershop this morning. Mark said it just made sense to follow in his father's footsteps.
My dad started this shop in 1950, and so I kind of grew up in the room watching him cut hair, and just thought, well, it'd be an okay job, and it was, I'm glad I did it. It was interesting to talk to the people and make everybody look a little bit better if I could help. So.
Love that cape that looks like a tuxedo. Mark said that what he will miss most is talking to his customers. No plans have been announced yet for what will happen to that Girard storefront, but happy retirement there, Mark. Well, still to come on Erie News Now, another major prisoner swap between Russia and Ukraine. President Trump addresses the West Point grads, and the new Pope meets the Vatican staff, offering some good advice for all working people. That's all after Dakota comes back with your full First Warning holiday forecast.
Now, First Warning Weather with Dakota Hunter.
Welcome back, everybody. This is a live look at Meadville from our Bob Ferrando Ford World Camera, and the rain is gone. Yes, it is gone for at least the next couple of days, which is the good news. And we're actually seeing some clearing skies out here, which is the good news. And yeah, we will take sunshine, clear skies while we've got it, because I'll give you a hint. It's not going to last throughout this week. I have to burst your bubble. But the good news of this upcoming week is we are going to see temperatures going up. So that's the good news, but it does come with a little bit of rain. We'll talk about that in a few. But this is Doppler Max 5D Storm Spotter Radar, powered by LECOM. Of course, our live radar down here into Pleasantville, turning at 1 revolution per minute. And it shows us nothing, which is the good news. That's what we want to see after dealing with all this rain recently. Those clouds have kicked on out of here now, so we'll call it a partly cloudy night, but still got some severe weather down here across the deep south. If you have friends or family down into Alabama or Georgia, they're going to be dealing with that, and even more rain out here once you work out towards Nebraska and out into the Midwest as well. But for us, our rain chances, basically nothing through the next couple of days. The red line is Erie, the yellow line is Meadville, and the blue line is Warren. You see it ticks up a little bit in late morning into the afternoon tomorrow. You know, I talked about this at 6. There could be an isolated shower tomorrow, but honestly, just don't worry about that. The day is going to be dry, lots of sunshine, milder temperatures, so get out and enjoy. I mean, if there's anything, probably just a couple of little sprinkles, that's it. Not enough to, force the outdoor plans to go inside. But the thing you have to keep in mind is with the sunshine returning, don't forget that UV index goes back up to an 8 for tomorrow and for Memorial Day. We bring it back down to a 4 Tuesday and Wednesday. That's as clouds increase and showers return again as we head into the middle of the week. AHN St. Vincent Skycam looking pretty good. 48 degrees as we look down State Street. South wind of 5. Pressure above 30 inches, which means we have a little bit of high pressure building in. So Here it is for you. Tomorrow morning, looking good. You see Futurecast does pop up a couple of green blobs from time to time. There is that isolated shower chance, but I think the better chance for that's probably going to be up towards Chautauqua County. But even up into Chautauqua County, don't cancel those plans either. Those shower chances are very small and minimal. We keep it dry all the way through Monday and Tuesday, looking pretty good, but we are going to increase the clouds later on in the day. So 62 tomorrow, 66 for Memorial Day, really looking good. 70 Tuesday, the sunshine goes to clouds. Then here comes those shower chances Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we will maintain a few isolated showers through next weekend, but temperatures, upper 60s to around 70.
And nice to see those 70s there. Well, around the world, Pope Leo met with Vatican staff today in Vatican City. The Pope thanked them for their service and said everyone can be a builder of unity with their attitudes toward colleagues, overcoming the inevitable misunderstandings with patience and humility, putting themselves in the shoes of others, avoiding prejudices, and also with a good dose of humor, he said, as Pope Francis taught. Well, after giving a formal speech, he then walked around greeting people, inclling children, Swiss guards, and Catholic nuns. On Friday, Leo granted all employees a sum of 500 euros, restoring the tradition of a bonus upon the election of a new pope, which Francis had dismissed. About 5,000 people work in the Vatican. Well, Russia and Ukraine have exchanged hundreds more prisoners as part of a major swap. It was a moment of cooperation in otherwise failed efforts to reach a ceasefire. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russia's defense ministry said each side brought home 307 more soldiers Saturday, a day after each released a total of 390 combatants and civilians. The development came hours after Kyiv came under a large-scale Russian drone and missile attack that left at least 15 people injured. That's according to local officials. Across the nation at West Point's commencement today, President Donald Trump told cadets they're all winners. Trump said they're becoming officers in the most powerful army the world has ever known, and then took credit for rebuilding it himself during his first term. He also referred to his administration's crackdown on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, saying our troops have been liberated from divisive and demeaning political training. He says the military's focus needs to be on crushing America's enemies. And then, as is tradition, the graduates tossed their caps into the air, always an exciting moment. President Trump went on to tell them that through every challenge and every battle, they'll stand strong, work hard, stay tough, fight, 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 and win, win, win. Well, still to come on Erie News Now, Logan Lepiscopo with sports, including a win-win-win for McDowell lacrosse. And they call it the Patriot Games. Pro wrestling packs a crowd and a punch at Erie Sports Center tonight. We're going to take you there next.
You're watching Erie News Now Weekends at 11 with Lisa Adams.
Welcome back. It was an explosive night of professional wrestling at the Erie Sports Center on Oliver Road. What they called Patriot Games 2025 unleashed a firestorm of raw power, unrelenting grit, and heart-pounding action. Promoters said this isn't just a fight, it's a war fueled by the blood, sweat, and unbreakable spirit of true patriots. Well, it was a full card of events put on by Big League Pro Wrestling. We talked to a couple of fans there tonight, including one seeing this type of event for the very first time.
I think that everyone should go to at least one in their lifetime. Whether it's like something small or major, either or, you know?
It's just like basketball or football, you know? I mean, it's the same thing. Like, people get hype of those, people get hype of these, so.
That's true.
It's very fun.
It doesn't seem just like basketball or football to me. It does seem a little bit like hockey at times.
I think I'll stick to the SeaWolves on that.
All right, here is Lowe's. The SeaWolves on a bit of a hot streak, I understand.
Yes, they are. They've won 6 straight, looking to win a 7th straight in today's game. Going to show you highlights, see if they got it done. We'll also have those McDowell championships from lacrosse when we come back.
Now, from the Erie Sports Now team, here's Logan Lepiscopo.
According to the SeaWolves team website, the last time Erie was able to secure a 7 straight win streak was May of last season, the 4th through the 12th, including a 6-game series sweep over Richmond. They look to try and get a 7th straight win this evening. We started with highlights from the live feed. I know, I wish I could have been there and here for the 6:05 start, but it's Jose Torres getting things going for the Yard Goats, a 2-run homer, and then in the bottom of the second, Chris Meyers serves up a deep shot to right center, clearing the scoreboard, his first of the year to tie the game at 2. And now you're sitting right behind home plate in the ballpark. Chris Meyers drives in another one, a liner out to center field, scores. Carlos Mendoza hits his little pose and gives Erie a 3-2 lead. Jump to the top of the 8th. Diane Jorge skies one to right field, a sacrifice fly that is. Benny Montgomery ties the game at 3. That tie didn't last long. Justice Bigby airs one out to left field off the track in the wall. Max Anderson hauling his way around the bases in a collision at the plate. Anderson safe when the ball gets loose. Erie took the lead and sealed a 5-3 win for a 7th consecutive dub.